I think when Ashwini actually came to me with the idea of Masaba Masaba the first time, I thought it was a reality show.
I won't do a reality show on my life because आधा time तो मुझे झूठ बोलना पड़ेगा. Why should I do it?
I think when we were living together, we were fighting a lot more.
Ask her.
She
I'm
says it
very
all the
conventional,
time.
by the way.
She's the most conventional.
Ask her.
So I am here with a very famous mother and daughter duo, Masaba and Neena ji. Welcome to the Quint.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so let me start by saying I thoroughly enjoyed Masaba.
Oh,
Thank
that's
you.
nice to hear.
Yeah, I was so happy.
Yeah.
It's like first ever feedback coming in.
Let's start with Neena ji. Neena ji, इस लड़की का क्या करे?
मुझे खुद नहीं समझ में आ रहा है क्या करूं.
She's a natural. या आप ही से आया है?
नहीं, मैं इसका श्रेय नहीं लूंगी. अब मेरे को कोई वो हो जाएगा, कॉम्प्लेक्स हो जाएगा.
Let's start with all the things that we have seen that has been covered in the show, okay? From freezing eggs to depression. I love how beautifully you explain your friend why she needs therapy.
Yeah.
Masaba, has it ever happened to you? If yes, what's your journey like?
I haven't ever been depressed, touch wood, so far. And but I think I have had therapy maybe in 2018 for a very brief period, just because I think what happens is sometimes when you're going through something in life, I feel like you can talk to your parents, you can talk to friends, etc. But everyone's a bit biased, right? So I think you want that very unbiased outsider's viewpoint. I wanted to go and get an outsider's view about what I'm feeling, how I should tackle it. It was a very brief period, but I'm glad I got it, and I think I was very open about it, because I think if people like all of us talk about therapy and how normal it is, and you don't really have to always be going through something. You might just want, like I said, a third person's opinion and point of view, and it just helps you sort your head out,
Neena ji, आजकल हम लोग इतना openly बात करते हैं about these things, and that's amazing. But when you started your career, there were so many things people never used to talk about. How did you go through that phase?
Yeah, what I did, जिसकी वजह से मुझे काफी criticize भी करते रहे मेरे अपने लोग, कि तुम सबको सब कुछ बता देती हो. You talk too much. And that was my therapy. There was a risk that one of them can misuse that information. Okay? ये risk है. But I think I sailed through those times. जब ये mental health वगैरह तो मुझे आज तक समझ नहीं आता इसका मतलब क्या है. यही था कि जब आप दुख में हो, जब आपको तकलीफ हो, जब आप डूबे हो नीचे, तो मेरे को बात करने से बहुत अच्छा हुआ. And I sailed through those times by talking to friends.
कभी ऐसा सोचा कि scripted नहीं करते हैं, reality show करते हैं? Because you guys have such an interesting life, unconventional one. Why not a reality show, and why scripted?
I think because reality is done. I think when Ashwini actually came to me with the idea of Masaba Masaba the first time, I thought it was a reality show. I thought it's just a camera following us around. I just think it's challenging and fun to do something different, no? Maybe we'll do that someday, but I don't
Are you
think
comfortable doing that?
I don't think so.
I won't do it. I won't do a reality show on my life.
Yeah.
Because आधा time तो मुझे झूठ बोलना पड़ेगा. Why should I do it? I have my private things. I have my private life.
And I think with social media today, in any case, you're posting so much, you're sharing so much of your life. So
there's no need.
Your social media is like your reality show, actually.
Yeah.
But tell me, in real life, ऐसे ही है? Like you guys are fighting all the time, and you guys are at the same time, like best friends.
I think when we were living together, we were fighting a lot more.
That happens to everybody.
Now it's
See, we
less.
are very normal mother and daughter. Very normal, like everybody else. There's nothing special about it.
I'll tell you why I thought it was special, because I would not expect you to say शादी कर ले, या ये लड़का अच्छा लग रहा है.
Ask her.
She says
I'm
it
very
all the
conventional, by the way.
She's the most conventional.
Ask her. I'm not saying anything.
What is the
She's
most
the-
annoying thing she has ever told you?
All the time.
So many things. She just told me lipstick badal le. She's just like, hey, makeup itna dark kyun hua hai? All those things. So I said,
All
Mom,
the time.
it's contouring these days.
Mom, it's contouring.
Yeah.
What is contouring?
You darken parts of your face.
Oh, that way. Okay.
So when they are writing the script, both of you sit together and do you give parts of your life in that script? Do you all talk about this, that this happened? Like, for example, Wendell, the death of Wendell is so beautifully captured in your show. So do you all discuss that this is what I went through and I want to put this out, or how does it work?
I wanted it to be like a voice, like a little voice that is sort of like an inner voice almost that keeps coming and going when I am having these thoughts. I wanted Wendell sir's voice to be that, my inner voice. And I think it was purely Sonam's idea as to how we deal with that. Of course, I did chip in and tell her what really happened and how I reacted to it. But what we do is, I think we sit down with the writers and we share snippets of our lives which might relate to people, and then they come back with their version of it. And I think almost everything is borrowed from, like if I tell Punya or Sonam or Nandini, the writers, if I tell them that, you know, this happened with a boy or this happened with my parent, then they also have stories that are similar. So it's kind of a mixed bag. Everyone comes with their take on a scenario, and then we see what fits best and we put it in.
When we come to Wendell sir's death, like how did you come to know, and what was it like to, you know, grieve basically?
I got to know when I was at an event, and I think somebody was trying to call me and I was at an event, so my phone was on silent, and then finally I, you know, just stepped outside. I couldn't pick up the phone. I stepped outside and I saw it as an SMS from a friend of both Wendell sir's and mine. She said I'm flying out or whatever, and I couldn't make it because of work. I think a lot of the closure actually happened when I was filming the show. And that scene, by the way, we shot in Mud Island. It was a night shoot, and I remember there were 4 or 5 changes that day. I had to go, laugh, go into the van, change hair, makeup, costume, come back, cry, go into the van, become boss, be quiet. So it was very hard because you have to snap in and out of emotions. I said I'll do it without glycerin because I wanted it to be real. And I think we were doing like another take, and I said, now it's all out, so now I need glycerin for the second take. And nobody told me how to put glycerin. So you're supposed to take it in like a little bit on your finger, but I thought you're supposed to put it like eye drops.
Oh God!
So I've put
I also thought that
2 giant drops, and then I was just like, and anyway I have like sensitive eyes, so I was just like this. They were like sore, my eyes were sore.
Another thing that I want to talk about, your clothes. Oh wow, like I'll be like, oh ऐसे भी पहन सकते हैं साड़ी और ऐसे भी बेल्ट पहन सकते हैं. Is it a conscious decision कि मुझे मसाबा पहनना है या मैं कोई भी ब्रांड पहनूंगी, but it just has to look good?
I remember when we were starting thinking about season 2, I said I think the first thing we have to do is, season 2 is glossy, so the costumes have to be glamorous, and it's a show about fashion and a designer, right? So I called Mohit Rai, who's the stylist for the show, and I said you have to do this because he does glam very well. Consciously, yes, every look was thought through. We did 2 days of look tests, but I did say this to him, that don't make it like a giant House of Masaba ad. You know, that's just
That was
shameless.
a conscious decision.
And I also told Mohit, I want to find young, cool Indian brands that are doing good work, and I want to wear them. And that was it.
Thank you so much, and congratulations, because people are going to love it.
Thank you so much.
Cross our fingers. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You.